Hey everyone, I wanted to post this video so that you can know what's going on with me. Many of you may have seen a Facebook post that was put on my wall that was put there very prematurely, and it sent certain people on this like whirlwind. Like people were calling me, people were trying to message me. It's a lot of messages that I've not read or responded to. There's a lot of phone calls I have not answered, and it took away the courage I had at the time to express what I was feeling and what I was going through. And so many of you still have no idea what is happening. You may or not seen that post. So I'm making this video because pretty soon I have to go back out into the world and do my routines and come around people who I have to work around, or people from just associates, who know me and know my family. And instead of it being a shock for every time, I wanted to make this video and tell you what's going on with me face to face, and have you understand. I'm not going to go into too many details because this is a very sensitive matter for me. But hopefully whatever I have to say in this video is of value enough. I know it may be rough to watch, but of value enough to at least help somebody or have it be relatable to someone else. And many of you know that I was pregnant, and this pregnancy was such a happy time for me. A lot of you didn't even know I was pregnant because of how small I was. A lot of you were shocked to find out that I was having a baby. On top of that, I was having a little girl. After so many years of just having an only child, my husband and I, we were having a daughter. And her name is Darielle Ava. And she was 8 pounds flat and came on New Year's Eve 2016. And she was very healthy, long, like tall. She was so smart. She latched on properly from the beginning. She started to coo at 4 days old. She was very aware of the environment that she was around. Never let me out of her sight. And her name means the first princess, Darielle Ava. And That she was. She is. She is a princess. She's a princess, like so dainty, so ladylike. I put her in little bows all the time. People joked, Jewel, do you have like 1,000,000 bows for her? Close. So, my pride and joy. Like, I had my little boy, now I had my little girl. And now my little girl is in heaven now. She's gone. She's gone. And I keep wondering if this is real, if I'm dreaming, if this is a joke, if this, like this, did this even happen? She wasn't sick. I had no signs. We went to sleep. I keep going over if I had done this or if I did that. Or maybe if I knew how to do this. If I knew how to do this or I knew how to do that, this wouldn't have happened or that wouldn't have happened. And no one can tell you what happened and what went wrong. For mothers out there who have lost babies like this, without me at the time identifying what this is, you know that it's the hardest thing that you ever have to go through because you have no explanation. I don't know how far this video is going to get, but I have to speak from a Bahamian aspect. And because I live in the Bahamas, I've never heard of babies dying like this over here. Truthfully, the first time I've ever heard about this was on YouTube last year, November. Like it was, I was watching a YouTuber, and I saw that she had twins, and I, being pregnant at the time, I said, oh my gosh, that's so cool. Twin boys. And then her next few videos down popped up, and one of the twin boys had passed away. And it was my first time even like hearing about this. When I gave birth, the hospital, they just, told us, just lay the baby on their back, because this could happen. So lay your baby on the back, never the stomach. They never went into details of statistics, and I think had they made this kind of diagnosis real at that time, I think I would have done all the things that I wish I had done the night she passed away. In the midst of torturing myself over what I could have done and should have done, I have to hold a grip of the fact that the God I believe in is real. He's still good. He's still present. Even if we don't see him, he's present. The fact that I can come on here and talk to you all after this happened so freshly, and I'm able as a person to articulate my words, to express how I feel, is a testament of the strength God has given me. And if you don't believe in him and you question why bad things happen to good people, because I've had some people who know me actually say, if anything, something like this had happened, I'd never imagine it happening to you. Why do bad things happen to good people? I look at the story of Job and how everything was taken away from him. And that's all I've been really reading. Especially like if I got really down. Because at the end of his story, God restored him. And I believe he'll restore us. And I believe he'll restore you if you're watching this and you lost your child. Whether you lost your child through a miscarriage, or they were a baby, or a toddler, or a teenager, God is going to restore you. He probably already has. He probably has given you purpose in all of this. Because no mom should ever have to go through this. And a lot of you, you've messaged me. You've reached out to me. Some of you have babies who are the same age as Darielle. Some of you are pregnant right now who have messaged me. And I couldn't bring myself to contact you all because I didn't want you to worry. I didn't want to upset you. Like, why this happened to me, I don't know. But if I can help other moms to prevent it from happening to them, I will. There are support groups for moms who lose their babies in this way, and I've never heard about them in the Bahamas. I don't know if it's because of our culture not to talk about, bad things. Or kind of, I don't know why these things aren't publicized, but it has to. Because we can't have this happen to anybody else. We can't. It's a nightmare. It's a living nightmare. It's a living nightmare. Life is so real, y'all. Death is so real. I came back on social media like a week or so after this happened, and I just was scrolling to see, what was going on, to update myself. And as I scrolled and I read some of the statuses I saw, I could only shake my head because the things we say on a daily basis that have no meaning when we don't even think about tomorrow. It's crazy. Death really puts in perspective what is important in life. Every moment. And I can truly say that every moment we had with our daughter, every moment Jaden has had with his sister, has been one that we treasured. Beyond the photos, beyond the videos, we treasured every moment with the baby. She was a little angel. She was so smart. She was so intelligent. And I believe God had her to be that intelligent and be that smart because he knew that her time with us was very short. And so he accelerated some of her milestones when I would go to the doctor. And they would see the things she was doing and the way she interacted with them. They were astonished by it. They were amazed. But I believe God had it for her to be that way because he knew. Everything was in his plans. I just want to, thank everybody who, has been there for us from the hours that this has happened. My former pastor has done so much for us, and Darion's pastor as well. They've done so much. My former pastor is in Texas. I appreciate, my friends and my family, the real people who've been around us, who've been there, who've called, who've visited, who still are. To everybody who's just been there, I just thank you all. Death really shows you who people are, really, really. It really does. Heaven has regained an angel, and her name is Darielle Ava. And she came here with a purpose. At only 2 months old, she came here with a purpose. And she fulfilled her purpose. And even in death, God used this little baby to restore relationships and family, to bring people together who would have never been in the same room. And I believe he's still going to use her life to touch so many people out there. And although losing a child hurts, mothers, you know what this is if you've lost your child. It feels like somebody's taken their hands and ripped your everything out. As hard as it is, know that hope is not lost. And your baby didn't die in vain. They didn't go. Mothers, just hold your babies and love them. I'm gonna end this video now. Take care.